Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of 5 Minutes with. My name is Emily Foley, and I am the social media and beauty correspondent for Cosmoprof North America. And today I am joined by Lisa Green, who's the Vice President Division Merchandise Manager of Salon and Beauty at JCPenney. Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi, Emily. So nice to be here. I'm just thrilled and honored to be here.
Well, I am so excited to have this conversation with you today. But before we kick it off, let me tell everyone a little bit about your illustrious career. So, Lisa joined JCPenney in 2023, and she's responsible for overseeing all aspects of JCPenney's salon and beauty merchandising strategies. She brings more than 30 years of experience in the beauty industry to her role at JCPenney. As a senior beauty industry executive, she has a track record of driving the growth of both flagship and emerging prestige brands, revitalizing underperforming brands and positioning them for successful acquisition, introducing e-commerce best practices, and growing retailer brand portfolios, sales performance, and penetration. Prior to JCPenney, she held leadership roles with Estee Lauder Companies, Coty, and Unilever, among others. So, wow, I am so impressed just by that short bio, and I cannot wait to hear all the information that you have for us today. So, let's jump right in. JCPenney is an industry leader when it comes to diversity and inclusivity in many arenas, but particularly the assortment of Black-owned beauty brands that you guys sell. So, are you starting to see a shift where this representation at retailers is the norm, or do you still feel like you guys are pioneers?
You know what? I have to be honest. I still feel like we're pioneers in a sense. I feel like retailers are doing a better job at highlighting BIPOC founders. But I also feel like they want to start online to test out the brand. We feel like in order to help build generational wealth for these founders, they have to have physical shelf space. And that's where we're allowing to give them, as well as mentorship throughout the process of learning how and what to do in order to help build their business.
And I think that makes so much sense because when you think about the beauty industry in particular, I mean, just that touching and feeling and seeing of the products, there really is something that you can't get online that you can get in brick and mortar.
Yeah, absolutely.
So August is National Black Business Month. What is one actionable piece of advice that you would give to Black-owned beauty brand founders that want to get their brand into brick and mortars?
Well, I don't know if I can just give one advice. What I would say to any founder, regardless, but specifically to BIPOC founders, is really making sure you have a point of difference. The beauty industry, as you know, it is really there's so many brands to compete with, right? And so understanding that what your point of difference is, and also more and more, I would say environments are open cell environments. So your packaging really has to be clear and direct, as well as if I'm walking down the aisle, is your packaging grabbing me? If I look, can I see something that is innovative to make me draw and walk over to your packaging to see and actually pick it up to see what it's all about? Because really gone are the days where, there's consultants and counter space, right? So your packaging really has to speak volumes in order for people to really invest in the time to get to know it.
And how much do you think that packaging is a differentiation between online and brick and mortar? Because at the same time, when you're shopping online, it needs to grab your attention there too. So do you feel like that idea really counts for both spaces?
Yeah, absolutely. And then when I say clear and direct, your packaging can't have so much on it where somebody's confused. If it's for lines and wrinkles, or if you're trying to highlight an ingredient, make sure it's clear and direct to the consumer so she understands what she's picking up, as well as, you know what, you're building a brand. So making sure your brand is the most distinct on that packaging, whatever the name is. So I understand what I'm picking up. This is your brand.
That makes perfect sense. So, what is a recent innovation in the hair industry, whether it's a product, a tool, or a technique, that's really gotten you excited?
Yeah, you know what? When I was at CosmoProf, I stumbled across this amazing new tool. And honestly, I don't feel like there's been a ton of innovation in the tool category for some time. But Tymo is a newer brand within the US market that actually showed a tool that everybody's talking about scalp health right now, right? And it was a tool that you could put oil in that it would massage your scalp and also disperse the oils to help in scalp health. So I thought that was really interesting. It hasn't launched yet, but they're about to launch it. And I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing.
That's incredible. So they are about to launch here in the US.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so everybody keep their eyes out for that. That's exciting. Have you gotten one to test yourself yet or not yet?
I have not, but I know that we're talking to the brand to bring into JCPenney's because I think they have, and you know what, it's priced right for our customer as well. So it's pretty interesting that it's innovative, but yet priced right for a lot of consumers.
This is incredible. I feel like this is a you heard it here first situation. So you obviously have your eye on so much and sort of your ear to the ground when it comes to the industry. So trend forecast for me. What do you think is going to be the next big thing in beauty, whether it's a certain ingredient, a specific product, even maybe a makeup application? What's the next big thing?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about this, and what I would say is it's not necessarily a product. What I found out from WGSN that really helps us in the trend category too is there's this new trend on beauty glimmers. And what that is, it's like micro glimmers of joy. And so I feel like, you know, more so than ever, the needs of people to feel happy and joyful is getting to be more and more kind of the trend because we're coming up against election and all of these things that are surrounding us that are quite stressful and gives us anxiety. So I think these quick bursts of joy and glimmers is really going to be the next thing. And I think that's why beauty continues to be so relevant within our lives, right? Because a new lipstick color, a new fragrance can give me that burst of joy that I'm looking for to just make me feel better.
So, how do you think brands can position themselves to make sure that consumers really are seeing them as, okay, this is going to be a glimmer, even more so than just what we know as women, which is I feel great when I put my makeup on every day.
Right, exactly. I think it's going to be captured in their images and their even their social content to make sure that you can capture the emotional ribbon that wraps around that product because I think that's what we're all kind of yearning for. It makes I love beauty because it makes us feel really good, and so that's the piece that we will continue to see. I think with just images and their social content that they push out.
And do you feel like there's an empty space right now? Because I feel like social media, it's sort of an uphill climb for everybody, even brands that are doing it really well every day. It's sort of like, okay, how can we continue to do well and how can we reinvent? Do you think that there is empty space still for brands to kind of step in the forefront of being that joyful moment on social media? Or do you feel like a lot of the beauty industry has sort of already figured that out and using social media to create moments of joy versus doom scrolling when we're all on social?
Right, right. You know what? I think the beauty industry does it the best by far, but I still feel like there's always moments of joy and just every life moments. Like current, you know, recently I took my daughter to grad school, and there's joy in that, and understanding that you know what we did the right thing, and she's spreading her wings and moving on. So I think there's always bursts of joy, and whether it's going back to school or you know Mother's Day or any of those positions, it's all about those moments of joy. So yes, I do feel like there's always room for brands to continue, you know, to give us those bursts of moments of glimmer.
I love that. I'm going to start saying that moments of glimmer. That's what I want all of my moments to be.
Right.
So, this is a question that I'm asking all of my guests, and I know that it's a hard one, but what one beauty product can't you live without?
I know. Well, currently I'm obsessed with Rodial's lip oil. It's just so luxurious and so moisturizing. And the one thing I can't handle is a chapped lip. So I'm always like, what's the next big thing with lip oils? And I know lip oils will continue to be a trend moving forward, whether it has a little glimmer in it or they're more just the oil. But I definitely feel like that. And you know what? Honestly, I'm not really I wouldn't say I'm loyal to a brand, because we get to, in the beauty industry, try so many brands and I'm in love with them all. But one of the things I am a diehard about is SPF. So I use SPF every single day as well. So, and then my last thing would be lashes. I can't leave the house without lashes. So I think if I have a great SPF, I have a great moisturized lip, and then my lashes, I'm good to go for the day.
I love it. I'm a lash girl too, so I'm with you on that. If the lashes are looking good, I'm feeling good.
Right? It's all about how you feel, and that's the confidence that we exude.
Exactly. Well, this has been so much fun, Lisa. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.